everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome in general. I am Freyleyce and welcome to another one of my videos. So today we're going to be doing the mid-year freakout book tag or mid-year book tag freakout. I don't know. To be honest, I've never filmed a book tag in my life. I've been on BookTube for about 6 months. I was about to say 6 years. That's a fucking lie. 6 months, and I've never filmed a book tag, and honestly, I've never watched one either. But I saw a few this morning, and I was like, I love this, and I really want to do it. So I cleared my schedule, and here we are. We're gonna sit down, and we're gonna go through 13 questions and talk all about my favorite books of 2022. One thing about me is that my favorite content on BookTube is end of the year shit. Any content that you put out at the end of the year, looking back at all the books you've read, will be my favorite. I love it. It is my favorite, and coming in close second is half year content. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get into these, I think, 13 questions about some of my favorite books that I've read in 2022. Best book I've read so far in 2022 is the first question. Now, obviously, when you ask a reader this, you can't actually expect them to reply with one book. I've never met a reader that can say, yeah, this is my one favorite book of all time. How is that possible? Especially when you read as much as I do. There's no way you're not gonna find a favorite book very frequently. But the ones that come to mind first are two standalones. First one is Swan Song by C. Lamari. Never gonna stop fucking talking about it. This shit is so good, and it is definitely a favorite of 2022. I read it on January 2nd, and even then I was like, oh yeah, favorite of 2022 right here. And then the next one would be Escape the Light by A.R. Thomas. This one had all of my favorite tropes and dynamics in a relationship, and I was in love. It will probably be my second favorite book of 2022. The next question is the best sequel I've read in 2022. This one, I didn't have to think too hard on it. It's definitely Hunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. So Haunting Adeline came out in October, I believe, of 2021. This one is the sequel. It came out in January. It was fantastic. It was so good. It wrapped the story up perfectly, but still left a few questions, and there's a few side characters that are getting stories in this book, so I'm very excited for it. It is such a thick ass book. It is so thick, but I somehow enjoyed it. I'm not really one for thick books, but this one was good as fuck. The next question is a 2022 release that I have not read yet. So for this one, we're gonna say book 3 in the Ecstasy series. I'm not too sure what it is. This is Ominous Book 2 by K.V. Rose. And I read Ecstasy back in July of last year, and I was really waiting for the continuation of that series because it's a love triangle, and the character that doesn't get the heroine has a book of his own. So I was really anticipating it, but I told myself I was not gonna read just the first one and then wait for the second one because I knew it would be torture. So now that the second one is out, I really have no fucking excuses, and I need to get on the shit now. Most anticipated release for the second half of 2022 is the next question. This one is tough because I recently did a video of anticipated releases, and I want to say all of those in there, all of them. But to pick a few, I'm not going to pick with just one because that's impossible, but to pick a few would be Reverse, I think it's called, by Kate Stewart. This is also a kind of sequel or a prequel, I really don't fucking know, to Drive, also by Kate Stewart, which I read last year, and I loved it, so I'm very excited to see what this one is about. I know shit about it, so very excited. And then the next one I think is King of Darkness, which is a Dracula retelling by Karina Howell. I loved her other duet, and then the standalone about two characters in the same world. This is another standalone about two characters in that world, so I'm so excited for it. It comes out October 6th. I'm here for it. Yeah, that is probably my most anticipated one, but I mean, I couldn't just pick one. Biggest disappointment of the year. Honestly, we're gonna have to check the Goodreads for this one. Give me a minute. Okay, unfortunately, this one is gonna have to be Music, Lights, and Never Afters by C.L. Matthews. Honestly, I did DNF this one. I was kind of vibing with it, I'll be honest. It wasn't all that bad until I just got really fucking bored. I was like, what is going on? There was so much shit happening, and one of the side characters literally felt like a main character. And I wasn't really fucking with it. It was a rockstar romance, and I will either love or hate rockstar romances, and this one, it was a hate, unfortunately. That being said though, I did fuck with it a little bit. It had a lot of representation in it, which I was so fucking excited to read a book like that, especially because it was a little bit darker. And so I was so excited, and I was very disappointed. This one was unfortunately my biggest disappointment of 2022 so far. Who else is not shocked that it was a rockstar romance? biggest surprise of 2021. That one's tough too, because I don't really know, honestly. I'm literally looking at my bookshelves right now and going through my like KU bookshelf in my mind and like, what is the biggest surprise? I don't think I had a biggest surprise, y'all. Can we skip to the next question? Like, I'm racking my brain. I checked Goodreads. I don't have a biggest surprise of 2022. Favorite new author. This one I have two for. I'm so fucking excited to talk about them. First one is gonna be C. Lamari. I've read 3 of her books so far. Fucking enjoyed them all. Gave them all 5 stars, or like 4.75 for one, but I'm addicted to everything she writes. Swan Song, Falcon's Prey, Press Play, like so good. All of them, they have the perfect balance of plot, mystery, darkness, spice, like all that shit. I love everything she writes, and she has a Rockstar Romance coming out soon that, bitch, I will be jumping on that shit. I'm gonna sign up for the arc. I might be the first person to sign up for the arc. I swear to God, I'm so excited. And my second favorite new to me author of the year would have to be Catherine Wilcher. I do have a few of her books on my shelf, but I'm not gonna go get them. I read a trilogy from her, and then I just read a duet from her, and I am in love with both of them. Like, I feel like she writes such real and raw stories that are still like fantastic and fictional, but they are just so real, and I really admire her as a person as well. So Catherine Wilcher, C. Lamari, favorite new to me authors of 2022. Newest fictional crush. Honestly, y'all, I don't know. The next question is also newest favorite character, so I feel like they might kind of be the same, because I find all the book characters I read hot. Well, not all of them, actually. Most of them. But I could never just pick one, especially from 2022. So we're gonna go with my favorite character, and that is probably Ember from Falcon's Prey by C. Lamari. This girl is a bitch. She is so rude. She is petty as fuck, and I love her. The hero in this book, she literally fucking shot him and put him in jail. I was so here for it. I love Ember. I literally think about her so often, and she's definitely my favorite character of 2022, and she is quite hot. That is a fact. Book that made me cry. Oh, I know. This one is definitely gonna be Torment, book 1 and 2 by Dylan Page. This is a dark as fuck stepbrother MC romance, and it's heartbreaking. It's also a love triangle. It is cry your fucking eyes out heartbreaking. And I did cry my eyes out. It was literally one of the saddest books I've read all year. I sobbed, actually. I didn't cry. I sobbed. And I continued sobbing for about 15 minutes after I read this book. So if a book can get this much emotion out of me, you know it's good. Because I literally don't think I've cried for another book this year. I don't think it's happened. It's very rare that a book makes me cry, but this duet definitely fucking did it. Next is a book that made me happy, and definitely first thought that comes to mind is Mischief Night by Delaney Foster. I don't know, but this one is just super fun, yet dark, yet spicy as fuck with some plot, and so good. It is so good. The characters in this, I love them. The dynamic between these two, I love them. The groveling, I love that. The teasing, the banter. Shit, this book just made me smile so much. It made me laugh, which actually doesn't happen much either. I don't really laugh for books, but this one I definitely did. It just gave everything it needed to give, and I'm so excited for the 3rd book that's coming out in July. Next question is the most beautiful book I've bought or received this year. That is without a doubt What Grows Dies Here by Anne Malcolm. This cover is fucking gorgeous. This story is gorgeous and heartbreaking. And if you watch my recent wrap up, you know I did have a few issues with this book. I didn't rate it 6 stars like I wanted to, but the story is so beautiful, and this book cover is the most gorgeous thing I've ever fucking seen. So without a doubt, this is the most beautiful cover I've ever read. Oh, maybe not ever read, but definitely in 2022. Last question is, what books do I need to read before the end of 2022? Instantly, I know which one to say. That is the Something series by KV Rose. It starts with These Monstrous Ties, or Monstrous Ties. I don't know. But this one, I've started it twice, and I cannot get through it. I cannot. I DNF'd it in October, I think, of last year, and now I'm picking it back up again like 2 days ago, and I need to get through this shit. I need to do it, because I know I'm gonna love this whole series so much, but I just cannot seem to get through the first book. It kind of reminds me of Elite Kings Club by Emma Jones already. A lot of people compare these, but it just reminds me of it in the way that I cannot get through the first few books. But I will be finishing this. I will. Mark my fucking words. I swear to God. If I don't finish this, I will be so pissed at myself. Y'all feel free to drag me in the comments in my like year-end wrap-up saying I didn't read this book, because if I don't read it, I'll be very disappointed in myself. Okay, everybody, that is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. This was really fun, and I would love to do another book tag again. They kind of just seem like chill sit-down videos, and y'all know I like filming those, not as much as I like filming recommendation videos, but I'm always here for a new idea idea of a sit down video. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more book tags, let me know down in the comments. I will see you guys in my next video very soon.